Hello and welcome, English 4 students, to Chapter 13 of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. Welcome back from spring break. So we're going to dive into Chapter 13, just to kind of reorient ourselves. We're down to 5 people on the island. They are Justice Wargrave, Vera Claythorne, you have Justice Wargrave, Vera Claythorne, Philip Lombard, William Henry Bloor, and Dr. Armstrong. Those are the 5 that are left on the island. And where we left off in 12 is the revolver went missing. So here's a couple things to look out for Chapter 13. Chapter 13 has a lot you can work with for your prompts. So first off, this very beginning part, how they're all kind of sitting together and how they're being described is a very interesting thing that you can kind of pick apart and use for one of your prompts. The same can be said with this part right here. I really like this part. It's kind of similar to the end of chapter, I would believe it was 8, where they're eating dinner and you get to see inside their thoughts. We get to see inside their thoughts again here at the end of 213 and on to 215. So we get to see their internal thoughts and what they're thinking. And you get a couple of clues about who you can rule out. There's like one obvious one that you can rule out, which is right here. You can kind of figure out who this person is, but the rest of them, it's still. You also can rule out one person. I think, yes, right here. You can rule out Vera because this is not rule her out as a murderer, but you can just kind of say, this is not Vera speaking right here, because why would she say, I'll watch the girl? Like, yes, I'll watch the girl. That doesn't make any sense for Vera to say. But you get to see inside their thoughts and how they're growing more and more paranoid as we go. You get even more evidence of this as we go through this. And then here, part 2 on 216 is my favorite parts of the entire novel. It's where Vera goes upstairs and all of a sudden there's a weird smell in her room. And she begins to freak out when a cold, clammy hand touched her throat, a wet hand smelling of the sea. And of course, she's going to let out a scream. A lot of chaos is going to happen. You see Vera not trusting anybody when they're trying to help her, and she's keeping her wits about her. And there's a bunch of chaos. But then they realize somebody didn't come with them. And they go downstairs to discover that that person had been shot. Got him through the head instantaneously. You're going to have to read for yourself to figure out who was shot. But there we go. So we have someone that is killed via the gun. We have Vera freaking out because of the seaweed that touches her neck and has her crazy episode. And then, of course, you have the internal thoughts of everybody trying to figure out and not trusting anybody else. Really good chapter. I really enjoyed this chapter of the book. So highly recommend reading it. 10 annotations over this as always. And if you have any questions, please email me, pdavidson@portugal.k12.mo.us, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.